Welcome back to another gorgeous day here on the Stoney Ridge Farm. We've got a roofing project right here. So this is the outdoor kitchen that we built here on the farm, and this is a challenge right here. There are $6,000 worth of metal going on this roof right here because it's shaped funny. It's shaped rounded. Come along today as we show you how this gets roofed. It's something super interesting. It's not a standard pitch roof. It's rounded off. It's called a radius roof. You guys are gonna learn a little something today and see quality craftsmanship from these guys from Skywalker Roofing. These guys are just getting started here. We're lifting roof panels, and what we're doing here is we are roofing a project that we built with Carolina Barn Builders about 3 weeks ago. We put some paper on top of it. We tore that old paper off and we got new paper on here. This is called high temperature synthetic roofing underlayment. It's a super high quality self-adhering underlayment that goes underneath this roofing material. And what we've got here is a section that's radiused. In order to accomplish this radius section, I had to order a specific kind of metal. We had to do a standing seam metal roof on this in order for it to work properly. And you can see these guys are laying up the first piece of standing seam. There'll be no exposed fasteners right here. Guys, it takes a whole lot of work to make this just right. As you can see, quality craftsmanship. So let's talk a little bit about the building and what's going on underneath here, just so you guys know. This building was put up by my friends at Carolina Barn Builders. This is a true timber frame structure. In other words, all wood peg joinery. Everything is pounded together with wood pegs. We have 2-inch tongue and groove up on the roof on this section, and we have 3/4-inch tongue and groove on the roof on this section, so we could get that radius. The whole thought process here, and you can see just how gorgeous it is, the thought process is to make this seem like a wine barrel, and this is going to be part of the venue here on the Stoney Ridge Farm eventually, where people can get married and all sorts of fun stuff. And we'll have all sorts of outdoor kitchen cooking shows right here for you guys. It's far from being complete. This is just laying the foundations for everything. So you can see just how gorgeous these Douglas fir timber frame sections are, and then we've got pine tongue and groove up here, and really the first section is going to be the key to putting this roof on right here. We're going to get you some drone footage in just a second. We've got to get it all matched up. Everything has to be straight, smooth, and perfect. I told these guys, either get it perfect or don't even attempt it. And they're like, oh, we got this. So pretty cool. You'll see this type of radiused structure in hospitals and large buildings and stuff like that, where architecture is super important. And this is really the center focal point of the whole farm. You can see the gorgeous view out there. We can see the cow pasture. It's just absolutely gorgeous. We can see about 40 to 60 miles, even 100 miles in that direction. Really awesome. So this is commonly known as ice and water shield in the industry. You can see there's an edge right here. These edges overlap, and you got to think about this. They had to start at the bottom, lay the first piece, then the next one goes over top, then the next one goes over top, and the next one goes over top. It's just added protection for the roof structure. So when it rains, it falls off of the roof and doesn't go back up underneath. And that's where these are taped together. I'm gonna open this up and show you. It's just like a giant piece of tape. This stuff's pretty pricey, but it works so good. You can see that is super, super sticky. Super duper ooper sticky. So if we bring this together, you can barely pull it apart. That's some super sticky stuff, guys. Just want you to know that. The reason we went with the high temperature is because we have just 3/4 inch, and there are no strips of wood underneath here. In other words, there are no, I forget what you call them. Guys, you can post it down in the comment section. There are no strips running across like we had to use on this roof right here. So there's nothing really to screw to other than that 3/4 inch tongue and groove, okay? So that's why we put the high temp on, because the high temp is going to actually adhere better the hotter it gets, and it's going to protect that wood from getting overheated, warping, popping, cracking, and causing problems like that. So if you're doing a project like this, you may want to consider using that high temp stuff. As they're constructing this, they're basically going to put everything in place, make sure all their measurements are right. Then they're going to put down some bracketry. That bracketry will hold and lock the standing seam in place. Those standing seam pieces are about 16 inches. This is specially built to radius, okay? So it's a special kind of metal. That's why it was so super expensive. I had no idea that the roof was gonna be that expensive on this. It cost more than the roof on my house, and it's a quarter the size. But man, it's gonna be so gorgeous. We'll get you guys a time lapse and some good drone footage of these guys working, and we'll revisit it after we get done and show you the fit and finish. It's really gonna look nice. We'll also get you some footage of the building going up from start to finish. And this is the final day of building the outdoor kitchen. The final structure is gonna be done. Guys, what he's doing right here, we're trimming off the edge and then rolling it under. So no exposed fasteners on this whatsoever. When it gets done, it'll be rolled over just like that. I'll bring you guys back when he gets done. I think I'm putting him under pressure. All right, guys, everybody has left. Skywalker Roofing has left, and they did a fantastic job finishing up the last portion right here. So we have standing seam roof on this, and we have standard corrugated metal on this. Let's talk about standing seam real quick. I know you got a little information in the video, but there are no exposed fasteners right here. We obviously could not bend standard corrugated metal to fit on this archway right here. I do have some extra parts left over, and this is what clips to the standing seam. So again, no exposed fasteners. This is a lifetime roof, where this is probably a 30 or 40 year roof, depending on how well we take care of it. No oil canning, which means it gets wanky janky. In other words, it kind of gets rough. No oil canning here, but as time goes on, as temperatures fluctuate, it might get cold, it might get warm, and you may see a tiny bit of oil canning. Let's walk up underneath this real quick and show you guys the craftsmanship. Again, this is from Carolina Barn Builders. There'll be a link down in the video description for you guys. Simply a beautiful structure here, guys. The focal point, the center point of the whole farm. The Gather grill right here really ties it together. These guys are awesome. This is a super cool grill. This is the outdoor kitchen, guys. There's a lot more to go. I've got to go in and fix up all these piers. So I've just ordered my rock so I can fix these piers up. We got to set up a watering system for all the raised beds that we just built out here, and this will be a beautiful center focal point for the farm. There'll be a countertop right in here, and there'll be a cooking surface right in here, and I'm gonna build a rock wall right back there. So guys, stay tuned for a future video on the Stoney Ridge Farm. I hope you enjoyed this. This has been an epic build. What a project. From all the way at the beginning, grading all this out, to pouring the concrete, to putting the building up, to pouring the front apron on the shop, then pouring all this and doing the stamped concrete right here. This has been an adventure. It has been super cool. I can't say how happy I am, and how happy I am that I cleared the land right here and I can see for like 20 miles. Thank you guys so much. Hit that like button. We'll get you some cool drone footage here at the end of the finished product. It is fantastic. I can't say how happy I am. Take care, guys. Check out Skywalker Roofing for all your roofing needs. If you need anything, it's my good buddy Luke that runs that company. Great guy. great quality product. Take care. See you next time on the Stoney Ridge. Woo! Break my rock, man. Take 5. And now.
I slid a sheet, I slid upon a slitted sheet, I sit. Okay.
I slit the sheet, I slit, and on the slitted sheet I sit.
Rubber baby bubble
Lemon face? Yeah. Lion face. Ah, lemon face. Ooh. Okay.
Hey, Tony, don't you ever come around here. You wanna hit the stick, you better hit it there. Ooh. Just beat it. Just beat it.
Boom, 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 put the wrong color in my beard.
Man, that looks nice. So how long you boys been building these here carports?
I'll do a slow reveal.
There you go. Dang, it's like you grew 6 inches.
That's it, man.
You did grow 6 inches.
Confidence boost.
Yeah. Guys, I'm way taller than Jim, and that's a equalizer, the great equalizer. If he can't stand on it, he can hit me with it.
I left my stilettos at home. Sorry.